have a ringing in my ear. What the hell? I heard that this means you have a brain tumor. Well, I actually did have a brain tumor, so that would explain a lot. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video on one of my most commonly asked questions, which is college tips and advice for freshmen, college tips and advice in general. So I thought I'd hash it out here. I know everybody and their moms on YouTube, they have a video about college advice, college tips, but I wanted to give you guys more of the hashtag real, hashtag relatable and transparent, unfiltered, raw edition of college tips and advice. I kind of became known for my college tips and advice hack stuff on TikTok. These were my first videos to go over 1 million views and some of my most engaged content. So I wanted to bring that energy, momentum, and advice over here and share with you all. If you don't already know, my name is Angelica. I'm a third-year student at UC Berkeley and I like to make videos about college, lifestyle, beauty, health, anything else in between. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to click that subscribe button, follow me on my social media, and stay connected. And let's get straight to the video. So this is the biggest thing I want you all to take away, is that your major does not matter. You heard me correctly, your major does not matter. Very few professions that actually need really hard technical skills like math or computer science, and unless you want to go into academia or PhD or research, your undergraduate degree really does not matter. And even if you want to go to medical school or law school, all you have to do is take those prereq classes for those grad schools, but you don't actually have to be a bio major to go to medical school. You can be a dance major, you can be an econ major, you can be a business major. You just have to make it work with your schedule and you're not put at a disadvantage, and if anything, it diversifies your application and you're at an advantage. And same thing goes with jobs. If you want to work in business but you're an English degree, as long as you find the experiences and you're trained in business interviews and you're able to network and able to make it work, you're going to get that job you want. And to go off of that, I want you all to stop putting so much pressure on a major, because I know people who really struggle to pick a major because they feel like, well, I don't love it, or I don't feel fulfilled by it, and I feel like everybody else loves their major. The thing is, no matter what major you pick, regardless of what school you go to, you're not going to love every single class you take. You just have to pick a bucket of ideas that you don't mind taking classes about, or you're semi-interested in and you're stimulated by and you have genuine curiosity about. So for example, you're not going to love every single one of your business classes. I'm a business major. Do I like taking my accounting classes? No. Do I like taking my financial auditing classes? No. But do I need to take it to get my major? Yes. Do I like the general idea of business and studying business? Yes. So don't put so much pressure on it and just pick something that you can tolerate and you like. I know everybody on YouTube is telling you all, make sure you to go to lecture, don't skip class, classes are expensive, every moment you don't go costs X $1,000, whatever, and which all of that is very true and they are valid. I want you all to know also that don't be afraid to figure out what works for you. I have some friends in computer science, most of their lectures are online, it's recorded, and I know that yes, that could mean that you'll end up pushing it off, but some of my friends just learn better from home. And some of my friends just don't need to go to lecture and they could still get good grades. And some of my friends need to go to lecture every day. So don't lecture attendance shame. Yes, you are paying for class, but you're also paying for the materials that they send out online and the test and the degree. So go to class, don't go to class, figure it out for yourself what works for you, and be smart. If you can make it work, just make it work for yourself. So the next one, I'm also debunking something a lot of YouTubers say, which is make sure you use your AP, IB credit and skip the classes, the intro level classes, to go to the next level. But I'm here to tell you that don't do that. And that is because, one, that is a GPA boost class you are giving up. This is a class you could easily get an A. Obviously, some classes are worth skipping if it's a really difficult intro class, but for the most part, these intro classes are meant for you to be able to get like a B+ or an A. So I highly recommend you repeat these classes so you can get a GPA boost in your technical major instead of, taking an A for a fluffy class. You can just take a technical class and it looks better on your transcript anyways. So a lot of YouTubers will say make sure you go see your academic advisor to schedule out your classes, which is true, but I know not every school is lucky enough to have advisors that you can communicate immediately or personally. So if you go to a larger school and you struggle to do that, or it's too backed up, I want you all to know, one, a lot of the resources are online for your major, so figure out what classes you need to declare your major, and 2, to graduate your university, so your general education classes. Feel free to reach out to upperclassmen or people you know at the university from your old high school or something like that, or even on LinkedIn, reach out to people saying, hey, I'm an incoming freshman, I was wondering if you have any recommendation for courses, I'm interested to be a psychology major just like you. 3 out of 10 people you do that to, I'm sure they'll respond and give you some good insights. And people on YouTube always talk about rate my professors, but I want you all to know that it can be good to look at rate my professors, but the data can be definitely skewed because the data is either really negative or really positive. I want you all to take that with a grain of salt. Like my school, we have a website that shows us the average grade for each professor, the curve, how many people got A's, B's, C's, and although this is a great way to look at classes before you pick them, the data can be pretty skewed because we don't know how many people took this as a letter grade, how many people took it for pass no pass, how many people took this for their major, how many people took it for fun, and all these things determine how hard and the effort of people to get certain grades. So it's a good way to look at grades, but not a complete accurate depiction of the difficulty and the courses itself. Also, you can join your university's Facebook page, and oftentimes they have a course advice tab where people post about their experiences with majors or also different classes. That's another great way to talk to people if you're not comfortable with reaching out to strangers. This is going to be short and simple. Your GPA does not really matter unless you want to go to med school, law school, MBA that have really competitive GPAs. For the most part, your GPA will not matter. Sure, your first job, you might not get the super prestigious top tier company because some of these companies look at GPA to filter out applicants, but after that first job, you can put that on your resume and then no one else is going to care about your GPA. You just put your job experiences from then forth, so nobody cares about your GPA. Obviously, work hard, try your best, but don't get too stressed about it. You are truly your worst enemy when I say in terms of your physical and mental health, which are 2 of the most important things when it comes to college. Physical health, obviously, freshman 15 is a big thing. I actually didn't gain weight because I was struggling with mental health my first semester, and for me, when I'm struggling with mental health, I actually have a loss of appetite, but some people have a more of an appetite. So I want you all to know that 1, it's okay to gain weight, it's just weight, and you could always lose the weight, so don't be too hard on yourself if you put on some pounds. So just be mindful, have self-control. In terms of mental health, I would say that is so important because it's really a testament to how strong your mind is, because it can take you really up and really down. Don't be afraid to ask or seek mental help. Even if you're not really particularly struggling, it's always good to check in with yourself with your mental health. I know that is something that really took a toll on me my first semester, and please do not shy away from seeking the mental health you need. I want you to know it's okay to be unhappy where you are right now, whether it's community college, an Ivy League college, a private school, a public school, a state school. It really is okay to be unhappy, and being unhappy is a gateway drug to mental health struggles. So I would say that as soon as you find yourself being unhappy, 1, realize it's definitely okay and to be unhappy, but you can't be wallowing and woe is me forever, and you gotta bounce back and figure out what your next step is. It's okay to feel like you want to transfer, and so you have to set the game plan for that. So what GPA do I need to go to this school? What recommendations do I need to go to this school? I don't want you all to be so focused on throwing a pity party for yourself in the moment that you ruin your future self's plans. Figure out a game plan, what are your next steps, and let's get you out of this mind space and, get you on the right track. Date as many different types of people. I'm not saying be in a relationship with all those people, but be open-minded. You don't know what you like, you don't know what you don't like. Meet people, be friendly, be open-minded to going out on a super casual date with maybe someone you're not immediately attracted to. And I'm not saying you owe anybody a date or you owe anybody anything. Go out and see what could be done. Just keep your options open, figure out different personalities and perspectives and meet new people. Don't put yourself in a box with your checklist of things what you think you like, because it's going to change. I feel like when else is the time that you could be single and have so many friends and meet new people and go out and go on different dates? Really a time for you to figure out who you are, trust yourself. Everything will happen for you in its own timeline. If you do meet someone and date seriously, that's great as well. If you're coming from a long distance relationship, that's also great, and hopefully taking it at your own pace. In terms of partying, drinking, drugs, going out, whatever you want to do, Know your limits before you actually go out. Maybe test it with a small group of friends or your family or whoever you trust. Really do it in a safe space or safe zone at least first, so you know your limits, what you can handle, what you can't handle, and the people you want to surround yourself in time where you can't take care of yourself. The last thing I want is for you all to go out and not be able to know what your limits are, and then you did too much, or you make a fool out of yourself, and then you go to the ER and you're getting arrested. And I just want you all to know your limits and have a good time. I'm all about having a good time, but take care of yourself. Don't be that freshman girl at a party yakking all over the place and making a mess, or I guess you could be that girl, but I guess that's to each their own, right? I have a ringing in my ear. What the hell? Does anybody sometimes get these weird ringings in your ear? I heard that this means you have a brain tumor online, well, I actually did have a brain tumor, so that would explain a lot. Open up a bank account that is near campus, so this is convenient for you to deposit money, withdraw money, and start developing some good financial responsibilities and goals, which I will be making another video about for college finance advice. Don't be afraid to be the first one that reaches out to people, whether it's clubs or classes. College classes are not really designed for you to make friends. They don't give you like a, hey, let's socialize and make friends today. So don't be afraid to grab someone before or after. Hey, like I was wondering if you wanted to make a study guide together, can I add you on Facebook? And this is kind of how friendship starts from your classes and even in clubs. Don't be afraid to be the first one to be like, hey, I saw that you are a econ major, I'm also an econ major, do you want to grab lunch sometime and talk about like what you want to do and just get to know each other and just have another friend in the club. So don't be shy. Just do it. Everybody's in the same boat. No one's gonna think you're weird. Well, maybe some people might think you're weird. So people always ask me when they watch my vlogs, Angelica, it seems like you made so many great friends. How can I make friends in college? I'm struggling with this idea. So like I said above, you have to be okay with making that first move. And two, you really have to put in the effort to see them regularly, invest in the relationships you like, and these relationships will happen organically. I also recommend you all to join clubs, one professional academic one, and maybe one just for fun, hobby one, to meet different types of people. And then once you're in those clubs, you can't just be a general member and show up once a week and expect to meet your BFF. You have to reach out, make the first move, go to the social events, go to the banquet, go to the club events. You have to put in the effort, and in the beginning it is really tiring, but I promise it pays off, and you're gonna meet some of the greatest people you've ever met, and you're gonna make great relationships like that because you're going to be investing in them. You're going to be talking about things you guys have in common, and it's all going to be a-okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video was helpful and informative, and whether you are an incoming college freshman or already a college student, I hope that you are able to take something away from this video. Comment below what your favorite college tip, advice that you have to share with the world, and we can make the comment section a community of support, resource, and help. I'm going to be linking all my other college videos in the description box below and somewhere on the screen, so definitely check that out, and I will see you all in the next one.